Today, we are faced, I think, with the approach of what may be called the ultimate revolution, the final revolution, where a man can act directly on the mind-body of his fellows.
See a new world coming into view. A world in which there is the very real prospect of a new world order.
Well, it seems to me that the nature of the ultimate revolution with which we are now faced is precisely this, that we are in process of developing a whole series of techniques which will enable the controlling oligarchy, who have always existed and presumably always will exist, to get people actually to love their servitude. Techniques of terrorism have been known from time immemorial, and people have employed them with more or less ingenuity, sometimes with the utmost crudity, sometimes with a good deal of skill acquired by a process of trial and error, finding out what the best ways of using torture, imprisonment, constraints of various kinds.
It is a big idea, a new world order.
And that there seems to be a general movement in the direction of this kind of ultimate revolution, this method of control by which people can be made to enjoy a state of affairs which, by any decent standard, they ought not to enjoy. But then there are various other methods which one can think of which have, thank heaven, as yet not been used, but which obviously could be used. There is, for example, the pharmacological method. This was one of the things I talked about in Brave New World. And it is of course true that pharmacologists are producing a great many wonder drugs, where the cure is almost worse than the disease. Every new edition of medical textbooks contains a longer and longer chapter on what are called iatrogenic diseases, that is to say, diseases caused by doctors.
I'm here before the Congressional Committee to tell what I knew of activities which might lead to an attempt to set up a fascist dictatorship.
The potential for the disastrous rise of misplaced power exists and will persist.
The very word secrecy is repugnant in a free and open society. And we are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret societies, to secret oaths, and to secret proceedings.
In this field of pure persuasion, I think we do know much more than we did in the past, and obviously we now have mechanisms for multiplying the demagogue's voice and image in a quite hallucinatory way. The modern demagogue can touch literally millions at a time, and of course with the multiplication of his image he can produce this kind of hallucinatory effect, which is of enormous hypnotic and suggestive importance. I'm inclined to think that the scientific dictatorships of the future, and I think there are going to be scientific dictatorships in many parts of the world, you can imagine a euphoric which would make people thoroughly happy even in the most abominable circumstances. I mean, these things are possible. So that here, I think one has an enormous area in which the ultimate revolution would function very well indeed. An area in which great deal of control could be used by not through terror, but through making life seem much more enjoyable than it normally does. Enjoyable to the point where, as I said before, human beings come to love a state of things which by any reasonable, decent human standard they ought not to love.